Hi babies, I've been thinking about heroes lately and I want to share my thoughts. I'm remembering some instances where I've been inspired by certain individuals. Lance Armstrong, Mark McGuire. I've emulated rock stars. I remember when Ronald Reagan was running for office in 1980. And I was a boy, but I admired him, and I was kind of going against the grain of my blue-collar Democrat family by finding something about him that had virtue, and I wasn't proved to be unwrong. However, there's a lot of undoing of and naysaying about Ronald Reagan's tenure in office as president. And I'm just looking at a potential pattern here, and I think I got my finger on something, because it seems in our society that when you got a Mark McGuire who had his steroid scandal, and then you got Lance McGuire who had a problem with juice also, and it's like any time that you lay stake, any time that you extend your heart, any time that you draw inspiration from one of these individuals, it seems like there is an involuntary, automatic counter appeal from our society that is, it's not a role model. That's not that. Don't aspire for that hero. Don't be a hero. And it's just got me scratching my head about a few things, because why are we being emasculated? Why are we being deadened in our perceptions of heroes? The Bible says where there is no vision, people perish. And I mean, if you don't have role models, if you don't have these types of individuals, if you don't have these types of virtues that are set before you, I mean, your full potential and your character is not going to be developed. They serve a purpose. That maturity, the masculinity, that experience, those experiences that are under the belt of these people that have gone before us, regardless of their foibles, regardless of if they juiced, or regardless if you know, they're not perfect. I don't expect them to be perfect. However, the tendency in society to prevent us from even lifting up that image in front of our face is the thing that I've got my finger on. And I'm just wondering about this, and I want to just state this, because it's getting to the place where I almost want to, and maybe this will end up being a declaration. This is half digested material right here, and it's not completely set, but I want to come to a place where, if taking that role in the lives of the next generation, or those that are younger than me, means me being an anti-hero, I will be an anti-hero. Han Solo was an anti-hero. It was like, this is the guy, you don't know where he stands, he seems selfish, he was a scoundrel. And in the whole Star Wars trilogies, I mean, Han Solo was, in the first movie, you don't know where he stands, and then he comes through at the end and you find out what he's really all about. You know, it looks like he's just out for money, he's just out for himself. He's out there just being a free spirit and living for himself, and then, you know, at the last minute he comes and he's a hero. He does, you know, you write him off because you don't know where he stands all the way through the movie, but in the end he comes out being a hero. And if that's the posture, and if that's the type of role that we have to have in our society that works against heroes, you know, let them come in and highlight my foibles or your foibles. Let them come with their privacy intrusions and find out all about me on Facebook or YouTube, or, you know, all these, you know, this electric eye society that we live in right now. I'm sure there's tons and tons of stuff that you can find out that is not virtuous, that I've got a past, that I've made mistakes, that I've said, you know, untoward things or whatever. But you know what? It's showtime, babies. It's showtime. And the virtue and the destiny and the call on my life, if it need be that I take the role of an anti-hero and throw my composure and my reputation to the wind to fulfill what that is, in order for me to come through at the end to find out, for you to all find out what virtue is actually in my heart, you know, so be it. Because I am really inclined to believe here that the way society is set up is that they want to manufacture some sort of adversity, and then they want to give you a pill. They want to manufacture some sort of adversity, and then they want to provide you a security. And it's like all in a centralized format. Instead of individuals, instead of heroes, instead of people in your life personally that you can emulate and actually have a relationship with, it's this nefarious cloud out there government, federal, like agency, bureaucracy bullshit. And it's like, let's manufacture adversity and give you a pill. Let's manufacture adversity and provide you security. And you know something? I want to be the anti-hero to that bullshit, because that's wrong. So that is my thoughts today. Those are my thoughts today, and I want to leave those with you. And may you also, if you feel so inclined to come along and be an anti-hero with me, let's go fight the empire or something. You know what I mean?